intuitive art video. Today is supposed to be my computer working day, but I can't focus. So I thought I'm going to do an art moment just to kind of I don't know, get myself out of my head. So I thought today I would do a video about just using my hands. I'm just going to get into that tactile feeling of making art with my hands, and we'll see what emerges today. I'm considering starting with these liquid watercolor that I have, but you could certainly just mix up any paint in a palette with a lot of water and get the same kind of effect. All right, so let's get started. I have no preconceived notions about what's happening here, so we're just going to put some paint down and just see what happens. I have work days like this fairly regularly. I just have a hard time focusing sometimes. I'm going to put some tape down on the other side. I think it's those those days where you have so much going on, and it's just hard to pick one thing to work at. That's where I am. That's what I'm feeling. All right, let's see. These are really bright colors. I got these when we were homeschooling my kids. I got these from the Let's Make Art art boxes. Those were so fun for kids. They're made by the Dandelion Paint Company. The great thing about just using your fingers, and you could use if you have kids finger paint or whatever, it's just kind of a different way to be in your work. You have, a lot less control because you're using a big old finger, and it's just kind of curious what sort of things emerge. You can even dip your finger in water. And if you pour it just on your fingers, you might get different results. Maybe a more mixed. This looks crazy. I always love that. This is Dr. P.H. Martin watercolor. It's a very vibrant pink. It's called Sunrise Pink. This is so relaxing, just to smear paint around. It's interesting because I've been practicing some art techniques because I also like to make art for a specific product sometimes, as well as doing this intuitive art, and it's just two totally different ways of approaching creativity, and I think both are so valuable. In my videos, I get comments sometimes about, true art is, someone who's dedicated to perfecting their craft. And of course that's true, right? Of course. But I think, in my opinion, art can also be someone who's dedicated to creating, just for the sake of creating. It's all okay. There's enough room for everyone who wants to make art, to be an artist. Oh wow, I love all the depth of color in here. Okay, let me clean off my hands, and then I'm feeling like I want to pick up a pencil or maybe my China marker if I can find it and get going. Let's see, where's my paper towels? Look at all these fun colors. Oh my goodness. It's kind of, we have spring upon us, and how fun to have all this color in here. Let's see. I wish you could see my desk. I would show you, but I would then have to take my camera out of the mount, which is kind of tricky. My desk looks like an art supply store exploded. I've been in a messy mode lately. Do you have those modes where you go from like your studio looks like a crazy thing to then you clean it up and it looks good for like a minute and then it goes back to crazy? All right, working on this China marker. It's a classic problem. I need to just get the ones that you can sharpen, but these are so fun. All right. What do I think wants to show up here today? I kind of want to write some words. Let's see what pops out. You. Do something different. Where's my... I can't find anything. I've got to clean up today. I will. I'm doing it. Okay, I'll use this one. It's water soluble, so it's probably going to get messy, but that's okay. You are enough. I do like that, because you are enough. I love words. Words always kind of pop out in my, when I sit down to make something. I'm a real big communicator, so I'm always like, how's everyone feeling? What's going on? And of course, we got leaves today. Oh, I already feel better. I was having a hard time. I was like staring at my computer thinking, oh, what do I have to do? Oh, there's too many things to do. Oh, I can't do any of it. This was definitely the better choice for me for the moment. I don't know how you feel, but after I make art, then I can usually go back and like focus, figure out what needs to happen. I'm getting ready to do a workshop in 2 weeks, but it's a virtual workshop. So I'm ordering all my supplies, and I've got everything's almost here. I'm going to start putting the boxes together, and I'm so excited about it. It's going to be beautiful. I've got I think it's just going to be so much fun to put them together and mail them out. I love mailing things to people, so it's kind of like the best of both worlds. This journal that I got is turning out so fun. It's like these two things. It's so colorful. Love it. I notice I keep losing my train of thought talking too. I just having one of those days, you know? It's okay. We all do. It's cold here today, and it's probably like our last cold day of the season. And I'm kind of excited to get my garden growing. I think that's it. Like, it's spring is here, and I've got that like anxiety of all the things I want to be doing, but don't know how to really get myself going on it. You know, it's like a big switch to change from going into a winter mode to spring mode. All right. Gonna use this to kind of go between these leaves, I think. Do you guys love spring? I think it's so nice to have the sun back for more hours of the day. Although, I'm going to be honest, spring and summer are energetic seasons in my mind, and those are my most challenging seasons to kind of get up and get moving. I'm more of like a fall and winter person. I think probably because I'm an introvert. I just naturally, those are my preferred ways of being. It's like any excuse to stay home and read a book or do art or watch a movie. Love it. All right, let's see how this is going to work. Interesting, it's like I'm covering up all this brightness, which I've really loved. Who knows? Just got to go with what you're doing. Kind of just going to go over these words. Make it part of the background, I think. All right. Ooh, good thing I have my apron on today. It's a messy day in the studio. Intuitive art is so fun to me because literally anyone can do this. Like, really, all I'm doing is just playing. I'm just playing, making a mess, smearing stuff around. You know, something may come of it, something might not come of it. It's all fine. Love using a paper towel to just kind of remove layers and smear the colors a little bit more. Okay. Ooh, I have this white gouache. Let's try it. Let's see what we can do with this. Gouache is, I don't use it very often. I forget that it's such a sticky texture. Need to add some more water for it. There we go. Oh, I love this. It's kind of going to a more like pastel, neutrally. All right, I've got a real big mess here. Now let's see what I feel inspired to do next. I think I'm going to get out a paintbrush. So I feel like I just want to get a little bit more control. Let me do some doodling. Whoa. Just feeling these flowers. So interesting to me that I have a hard time focusing on computer work, but like I could sit here and do this for the next 3 hours. Just no reason to it, no expectations. I'm just getting wild with this paint. Shaking this table all over. I know you guys get tired of that on the videos. You're probably like, oh, Andy, I'm seasick. If I ever figure out a way to fix it, that'll be a good day. Let's see what color. I love these Inktense blocks. In the workshop that I'm doing, I have an Inktense block. It's really important to me in my workshops that I use really high quality media. It's fun. You know, it's really fun. So I have an Inktense block. I have an Inktense pencil. 2 tubes of acrylic matte paint. I have a China marker, paintbrush, and really nice paper. So I think when you do have nice supplies, especially if you're doing a workshop with someone, it just kind of enhances the experience. Wow, this is really looking like layered, and I just really am loving it. Okay, I want to use this paintbrush that I got out, this one. You guys can guess what time it is. It's time to wash my paintbrushes again. Holy moly. I really just need to get some things going up here. I think I'm going to use this bright teal. I like this golden teal because it's very, it almost has like a transparent-y feel to it if you get it on really thin. So this paintbrush is very stiff. It's a really cheap one. And sometimes I kind of like that. It's like this really kind of scratchy, textury kind of feel. You get a lot of, you can see all the textures underneath it. This is getting wild. Feels so good to just get messy. I don't know about you guys, but I pretty well manage our household, and that involves a lot of cleaning up other people's messes, like the kids, the dog. It's a constant work to keep a house up, and I never make messes because I don't want to clean more messes up. But in my art studio, this place is just my total disaster. And I kind of feel so happy about that. Just, it's a hot mess express up here. And sometimes my artwork is a hot mess. And I just think I'm thankful that I have that outlet in my life. Because it does not feel good to try to stay in your lane all the time, right? Like sometimes you just need to get a little bit messy, a little bit out of control, but in a safe way, right? We're all too old to be out there doing crazy things. Yeah, my wild experience is in my studio. And thank goodness for that. This is so fun just to like loosely kind of paint in these negative spaces. I love looking back through these notebooks that I create because some days I'm like, wow, that must have been an interesting day. Got some wild, wonderful messes. I think I'll call this video Intuitive Art for when you need a brain break. Which, who doesn't need a brain break? My kids get them at school. I don't know why I don't give myself. All right, let me get a paper towel. For my favorite part, the blotting up of the wet paint. Then I think I'm going to use my watercolor crayons and just add some fun layers in here. I love using these just like crayons, but then it's also fun when it touches like wet medium to just get a little bit of a smear or a blend. So interesting. I'm gonna flip back because I had some botanicals here, and then this is a green lush landscape. And it's like this last week I've really been excited for the greenery to come back. Excited for growing season and spring. And I gotta get myself in shape about the whole, getting back out in the world. It's so funny. We're all such juxtapositions, like such a contradiction. I'm excited for spring, although it feels a little tiring. I don't know. I think many years ago I realized that I was a walking contradiction, and I thought, you know what? That's kind of cool because we all have lots of different feelings about most things, and to pretend that we don't is just exhausting. So, like, sure, I contradict myself pretty regularly, and that's okay. My favorite contradiction is like, I would rather stay home than do anything. So, in my town, you'll hardly ever see me out. I just would rather be home. But if you're going on a trip somewhere and you need somebody to go with you, I'll be the first person to sign up. I'm like, take me, where are we going? Let's go. International, camping, anything like that. I'm so excited to go. Isn't that hilarious? But like, you're never going to see me just out doing something here. Unless I'm hiking or camping, but which is such a bummer, I guess, because our town has such sweet little festivals and stuff, but I'm just not into it. I'd rather stay home. Unless you want to go to Italy, then I'm happy to come with you. And not just Italy, anywhere. Literally anywhere. You could be like, I'm going to IKEA, and I'd be like, oh, I'll come. Let's go to IKEA. It's like a 3-hour drive, but that sounds fun. I'm really loving how this is looking. It's like, I had no idea this is what it would end up with. It started off with that rainbow craziness, and now we got this weird craziness, and I love it. I just want to add some of this blue. All right, I'm kind of feeling like this is wrapping up. Let's see if there's anything else that I want to get in here. I want another green pencil. Where's my green? Oh, for Pete's sake, Andy. Okay, this will work. Just doing these kind of like little grass looking deals. Give it a little more. Oh, this is so fun. See, I have this problem. I can't stop. My timer is about to go off. My 30 minutes that I give myself to just be crazy. All right, well, I'm calling this one intuitive art for when you need to have a brain break or just, make a hot mess with your art supplies. How fun. Thank you for joining me today. Please, if you can, share with me what you create. I'd love to see it. And I'll see you in the comments. Bye.